Hello and welcome to another unboxing from Pushing Cardboard. My name's Grant Lindeberg, and today we're having a look at the latest game from Shakos, Napoleon 1815. This is the latest game in their Conquerors series. Previously they had Napoleon 1806 and Napoleon 1807, and now we get 1815 Waterloo. It comes in the same square-sized box that the previous two came in. The first one was orangish, and the next one was blue. This one's sort of a red color. I should mention, designed by Denis Sauvage and art by Nicholas Triel and Ulrich Stahl. Yeah, nice looking box as always from Shakos. One interesting thing about this new edition of the game is, rather than strictly a two-person game, it lists as 2 or 3. Apparently, the coalition side can be divided into 2-player versus the French player. Anyway, it's kind of your basic Shakos square 2-inch box. So let's open it up and see what's inside. I'm sure for those of you who have one or the other or both of the previous games, I'm sure that what we're going to see inside here is very familiar to other Shakos Napoleon games. Okay, first up we have the rule book. And as with the previous editions, I think the rules they've made a couple of little changes from what I've read online, but the rule books are substantially the rules are substantially the same as the previous two versions. We have a 20-page rule book, but part of that is a card inventory, and looks like there's some slight rules of between a basic game and the they don't really call it an advanced game, but they call it rules of the Grognard. So it gives you a little bit extra for an advanced game. This game is a fairly straightforward game. Not hard to get a grasp on at all, and it says it plays in about 90 minutes, so it'll be interesting to see if that's the case. It's a sort of a semi-gloss rule book, totally fine. Up next there's a scenario book. Be interesting to see how many scenarios we have here. We have 1, Waterloo, 2, Ligne Quatre Bras, 3, the central position, 4, the Belgium campaign, 5, the last days of the Grande Armée, and then some history and design notes. So that's a nice looking book as well. I didn't realize there was there's 5 scenarios in there. That's great. Lovely. Okay. Napoleon 1815 Quick Start. This is just a little 2-pager to get you immediately set up and playing quick with the basic rules, which is I'm sure is a big selling point, or a big help sales. It must help to get people into this game really quickly. Little 2-pager. Well, there we go. It's a mounted map board, and let's see how much of this we can. So see a fair bit of it, and then I'll just zoom in so you can kind of see a bit of a detail there. There's Quatre Bras. It's I like their maps. They're they've kind of got an old-timey feel, which totally I'm neither here nor there about that, but they're still good looking and totally functional. So yeah, it looks like a perfectly good looking map. Next up, these should be the screens. In this game, each player's OB is hidden behind a screen, as you can see, and then when you're from the back side of the screen is basically a player aid, which is a handy use for a screen, no doubt about it. So that would, guess that would probably be the Austrian one. This would be the Brits, en histoire qui mal y pense. Same thing, and here's the French one. It's it's a block game, so this is these are stickers for the blocks. Not a ton. We have Blucher and his gang, Wellington and his gang, and Napoleon and his gang. And then I assume these are for just armies. And then these are on heavy stock as well, just like the map board. This is where you keep track of your forces. This is what goes behind the screen. So there's little blocks that you put out, and it shows the strength of the forces associated with each of the leaders. So there'll be 3 of these. That's the 2 coalition ones, and the much larger French one. Oh, we have some bags. I don't know if I don't think there's a drawing in this game. Perhaps these are just for to store the pieces. I don't know, but I don't recall secretly or having to put your hand into a bag to draw pieces randomly. But could be I could just be sort of forgetting that part. Anyway, there's that. We have here's the little cubes, as I mentioned, that they go behind your screen and are placed on to show the strength of your of each force. These are little sort of, they're meant to look like standards or flags. There we go. These I assume will be markers. And same with these. I'm pretty sure these will go on the map board to indicate things. And then here's the bigger blocks that take the stickers. And these are, if you're familiar with, say, Commands and Colors games, these are the same sort of size and feel of blocks from that game. Red and pale blue and black. Dice. There's this game uses some custom dice. So one you can see here. Here's an example that a pip and an X, or a pip and an X, or pip and an X, or 2 pips, or blank, or 1 pip. So a mitt full of custom dice. And then finally some cards. And if I recall correctly, the cards are a nice quality from the previous games that I've seen. Yeah. There we go. I think, yeah, it looks like each side has its own deck. So the coalition uses that deck, the French use that deck. These must be some special cards. Invasion cards, aide-de-camp cards. Oh yes, the aide-de-camp card, that's I did a little reading, and that's a card. If you're playing the 3-player version, you need to play this card in order, if you're on the coalition side, in order to speak to your coalition partner. Otherwise, there's no table talk unless you're either both leaders are in the same hex, or you play this card to send messages back and forth. Anyway, the cards are your basic poker size and a nice quality. Nothing special. Although I've always kind of liked the artwork on these guys' cards, so they look great. So that's it. That's everything that's in the box. It looks like it's like the box is made to. It's got an insert to put everything back nicely. And I can't wait to get this one to the table. I've only played 1806 before. I've still got 1807 waiting for me, but I might skip ahead to 1815 just to see what it's like 3-player. Anyway, there we have it. Napoleon 1815 Waterloo from Shakos. Thanks for watching.